Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the Deconstructing the Music series. For the second episode, I've decided to do the song The Answer Lies Within by Dream Theater.
Don't let the day go by. Don't let it end. Don't let a day go by in doubt. The answer lies within.
Now, if you guys remember the first episode, I went over the song The Root of All Evil. Well, that's the first song off of Dream Theater's Octavarium album, so that's why for episode number 2 I've decided to do their second song, which is The Answer Lies Within. Now, what you may remember at the end of The Root of All Evil is the nature sound effects, and they actually cut into the next song, The Answer Lies Within. And this is what it sounds like. Now those 4 bongs that you hear at the beginning, that may remind you of the intro to Hell's Bells by AC/DC, which I can't play due to copyright, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, then they sound really similar because an instrument starts playing after 4 of the bongs in each song. So in this case, after 4 bongs, you hear the piano come in instead of the guitar. And now we're into the first verse of the song, and the only thing that really stands out to me about this section is the vocals. So let's hear the vocals isolated first.
Look around. Where do you belong? Don't be afraid. You're not the only one.
And by the way, in case you guys didn't know, I got these isolated tracks from this music app called Crammit, and if you guys don't know how all that works, I'll put a link for downloading the app in the description below. Now, when I first listened to the vocals isolated, my mind was telling me that they didn't sound quite like the original album version. I was really confused. And so when I compared it to the full mix of the original album version, I realized that the vocal apparently has some delay effects on it, which apparently doesn't in the full Crammit mix, so I'm going to play those back to back.
Look around. Where do you belong? Don't be afraid. You're not the only one. Look around. Where do you belong? Don't be afraid. You're not the only one. Don't let the day go by. Don't let it end. Don't let a day go by in doubt.
Now we're into the interlude when the acoustic guitar comes in. So after the interlude, we have the second verse, and this is when the orchestra kicks in. Another thing I was surprised to hear about the second verse is that there's actually a clean guitar that really blends with the acoustic guitar. Now, the acoustic guitar, as you may have heard, is played on more of the left speaker, whereas the clean guitar is played on the right, so to check that out. I actually forgot to mention that the drums start playing at the beginning of the interlude. The only sound it makes, however, is what I like to call a hi-hat clamp sound. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, here it is.
Lies within.
And in the second verse, that's also when the bass comes in. So after the second verse is the second chorus, and that has a lot more instrumentation than the first chorus if you compare those two back to back.
Don't let the day go by. Don't let it end. Don't let a day go by in doubt. The answer lies within.
The only thing that stands out to me about the second chorus is what the guitars are doing. So, as you guys know, in the interlude, it starts off with one acoustic guitar, more of on the left speaker if you guys listen with headphones. But then when chorus 2 kicks in, another joins in on the right. So I'm going to break it down this way. Crammit has the acoustic guitars in what's called the Guitar 1 file, but in the Guitar 2 file, that has the clean guitar that you guys hear at the beginning of the second verse. Now when the second chorus kicks in, the clean guitar stops playing and a distorted guitar joins in on the left. Now, those two electric guitar tracks were most likely recorded separately. My guess is that the clean guitar was actually stopping there on purpose. It just like doesn't like the guys at Crammit just like didn't cut that out and like put that in like the backing track. That's my guess because I tried listening to the backing track without the two guitar tracks, and I couldn't hear any clean guitar that was on the right, and plus it would be hard to hear because of all those other instruments. So if you guys want to listen to that, and you guys can let me know in the comments below if I missed anything.
Don't let the day go by. Don't let it end. Don't let a day go by in doubt. The answer lies within.
Now, further into the chorus, when the band kind of builds up and goes into the bridge, kind of like what you could call a pre-chorus, like you know how it ramps up into the chorus. This time it ramps up into the bridge, and once again, the guitars. Yeah, I know. So what the guitars are doing is the acoustic guitars stay the same, where there's two playing pretty much until probably the next section or so, but what the distorted guitar is doing in the left speaker, that stops playing, and a mono distorted guitar joins in. Now, one of my favorite things toward the end of the bridge is the harmonies that are over the lead vocal. So they say shine or something like that. I'm not a good singer, but just yeah, check these out.
You're gonna shine.
Now, the next section of the song, according to Crammit, is called the interlude number 2. So if you guys remember the first interlude, that's when piano plus guitar and a slight bit of drums kind of joins in. Whereas what's called the second interlude is when the orchestra does like their own kind of solo arrangement. Like you can really hear them more clearly compared to the other parts of the song. I would probably say they were just trying to be creative with the names, or maybe they just couldn't think of what to call it, because if I hadn't said this before, the orchestra by itself is not available on its own, so it's not like a track you can download from Crammit. So maybe that's why they didn't want to call it like orchestra solo or solo or anything like that, because then people would think, well, why can't I play that if that's a solo? So maybe that's why they called it interlude 2, because the guitars do the same thing, or at least the acoustic guitar does the same thing in the interlude 2 as in interlude 1, except for the interlude 2 this time, that's actually when the clean guitar on the right joins back in. So after that comes the third chorus, and the guitars do the exact same thing, and the only thing that's different about the full arrangement of the song is that there's a harmony on top of the lead vocal.
Don't let the day go by. Don't let the day go by.
I would also like to call this an extended chorus because what James LaBrie sings that isn't in the second and first chorus is "You're ready to begin."
Doubt you're ready to begin. Don't let a day go by in doubt. The answer lies within.
So Crammit has that whole thing as just one chorus, so it's just, called chorus 3, and the section after that is the outro, which is just about the same as the intro, except, this time it's with the acoustic guitars, piano, and orchestra, bass, and drums, so everything minus the vocals, pretty much. So one thing that stands out to me about the outro is what the acoustic guitars are doing. So when I listened to the original album mix versus the Crammit mix, I noticed in the album mix that it sounds like there's just one acoustic guitar being played just on the left. Like the right either cuts or just stops playing. Or maybe the right was just a little bit more quieter than the left. Maybe they did that on purpose for the final album mix. But on Crammit, they have both guitars just at the same level, so yeah. At the very end, the piano plays the G major chord, and what happens at like the very end before it kicks into the next song, These Walls, is that the piano warps up in pitch. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys for the second episode, so thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe so you can look forward to the third episode where I talk about These Walls, which is the third song off of their Octavarium album. So once again, thanks for watching. This video was a lot shorter because there, wasn't a lot really to talk about compared to The Root of All Evil, but yeah, who knows? These walls might be just the same, or it might be longer. So all I'm doing is just doing my best at this point because it's only the second episode, and so there may be a lot more that I still haven't improved in, but we'll just see what happens. So yeah, subscribe so you can look forward to that, plus other videos I do on this channel and my Trick Shot YouTube channel, Matthew Shots. So again, thank y'all for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.